All right, so these are the non-special sine and cosine problems without domains. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get this cosine all by itself. So you're going to kind of treat it like an algebra problem and get everything on the other side of the equal sign. And once you get here, you want to get this theta by itself. So you're going to get your calculator and you're going to go second and get your inverse cosine. And then take this that you just found right here and plug it in. And you get your answer for theta. Now, since there's no domain restrictions on it, you're going to add plus 2 pi n to signify that this goes around an infinite number of times. And once you're there, you're also going to want to find the opposite. So you take 2 pi and you subtract it by this answer. And you're going to take your calculator and go second answer minus 2 pi, and that is your other answer. And you're also going to want to make sure that this is also with the plus 2 pi n. So now your final answers would be this value and this value. All right, next one. So you want to get the sine by itself, and you just treat it like a normal algebra problem. And once you're here, you have to get theta by itself, this theta. So you use inverse sine, and whatever you got on the right side of your equal sign. And that is your first answer. Make sure you remember your plus 2 pi n. And then you take the answer you just found and you want to subtract that from 2 pi to get your second answer. And you're going to want to make sure that you add plus 2 pi n on the other side of it. So even though you might recognize that 1/2 does work out fine and it's special, we're still going to treat it like it's not special. So here you're going to go with your inverse sine and then plug in 1/2 and get your first answer that way with the 2 pi n. And you're also still going to want to subtract this original answer from 2 pi. To get a second answer. when it asks for an exact answer like it does up here, you want to make sure that you have decimals. In some cases you won't have decimals, but just keep in mind that exact answers probably want decimals. So just like the 1/2 sign, the √2/2 also looks very familiar and friendly, but we just have to treat it like it's not special. So you get your first answer with inverse cosine. And again, you're going to want to subtract that 2.356 from 2 pi to get your second answer. So here's another set of these questions. Hopefully you can just follow along and get it. So I won't really be providing any explanation to go with these, so just try to follow along and do your best. So when you get to an answer that's a negative number after doing the inverse sign of whatever you get, there's actually a little extra that you need to do. So to make the number not negative to find your first answer, you need to get this number and make it not negative, and to do that you just multiply by -1. And now that you found that answer, you take it and subtract it from pi. And that's how you get your first answer. And to get your second answer, you take this number that you just found from subtracting your now positive number from pi, and you take this number and subtract it from 2 pi. So your inverse sine of 0 is still equal to 0. So once you come across that, your only answer would be 2 pi n. And this one, you just treat like a regular problem. So here is the last set of problems. You guys should take a minute and try to see if you can do these problems on your own. Pause this video and see if you can work these out, and then unpause it and get the answers to it. Here are all the answers to the rest of the problems. Hopefully that this video helped and you get it this time around. So yeah, thank you for watching.